Knowing how to dice an onion. It's one of those things that as a professional cook, you're always going to be tested on and measured by. Some restaurant kitchens will even decide your culinary fate within their brigade, depending on how well or poorly you perform this task. By learning these three techniques and improving your knife skills in general, you'll not only feel more confident in the kitchen, but you'll feel like a total badass as well. So today, I'm going to teach you these three techniques I learned throughout my professional culinary career working in some of the toughest kitchens in the world. So let's begin with the first technique that you might all know. So the first thing we're going to do is peel our onion. We'll slice it in half and then with a curved paring knife begin peeling. Next, I'll slice the root to remove the hairs, and here's our cleaned root. Now with the first technique, we'll begin by making slits across the onion along the grain. And we kept that root on because it keeps everything intact so that the onion won't fall apart. Next, make horizontal slits towards the root like so. And once that's done, I can then begin dicing. By making a somewhat sawing motion with my knife, I'm able to keep the onion from fraying, which would mess up my cuts. And there's our basic dice. Now with this end piece, I'll do the exact same thing, but alternatively, you can also skip this part and simply toss these end pieces in a liter container and use them next time you make a stock. Now our next technique, which is a super fine dice, we'll begin by removing the core and then we'll slice off the stem of the onion. We'll unravel our onion into separate layers. Then we'll begin to stack these layers on top of one another and try to stack a maximum of 3. Now with the palm of your hand, press down firmly to flatten, then we'll begin slicing along the grain of the onion into a fine julienne. Once complete, we'll rotate our stack and begin to brunoise. And as you can see, these are super fine. They'll instantly melt in your pan and are perfect for something like sofrito. And lastly, a technique that you may have not seen before. I'll begin by topping and tailing my onion, then peeling. Now with my index finger placed on the spine of the knife, I'll begin making equally spaced slits across the top of the onion. I'll then turn my onion 90 degrees and do the exact same thing. This is also known as a crosshatch pattern. With my index and middle finger firmly placed on the top of the onion, I'll slice across to unveil our dice. And now we're left with beautiful cubes of onion that would be impossible to achieve any other way. I'll continue to work my way down and do this until there's absolutely no onion left. And as you can see, these are really aesthetically pleasing, great to use in an escabeche or when you want to impress that date on a Saturday night. And here's our 3 cuts. I really hope you learned something new from this video, and as always, thanks for watching.